and welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution, and we are here on Shockwave, and we have a long way to go before our next pay-per-view for Shockwave, which is the joint one of Money in the Bank, and, well, the new storylines have started. They're flowing relatively nicely, and we're going to continue to build them all now, get a bit more explanation behind them all, but first we just have some pre-show matches, nothing fancy. We've got Leo Rush in NXT, who is looking very good. And once the King of the Ring's a lot deeper in, I will probably look to call him up to boost the Cruiserweight division. And in this match, him and Cedric Alexander picked up the victory. But no new tag teams. Braun Strowman got a nice little squash match. That was all it was really used for. Then we have Murphy and Blake picking up a tag team victory. As you can see, Finlay and Carino are pretty much on the same level, which is good to see now. I think that shows how far these two have come. Then we have Nakamura facing Brady Pierce, who's been having solid matches. It worked well. I'm happy enough with what we got there. Another attempt at a random tag team selection. Well, we do have Drew and Sheamus, who are a tag team, picking up the win here. As you can see, a 78 for Drew, who's really come along since I gave him a little push, and how he is now the European champion. Yeah, we just thought we'd try a few out, see what we got. Nothing new. Cody Hall got teamed up with Kane. Thought I'd try it, didn't work. Never mind. AJ Styles back up to the 80s for Styles now. He defeated Ruben Vidal, the rookie. Only negative was declining physical ability, so we're good with that. We had the Revival defeat the Lucha Dragons. Yeah, I think both these tag teams are great for what I have developed. We've got plenty of work to do with all of them, but we'll see where things go. I gave Rusev a little bit of a simple victory, which didn't get a very good rating for some reason. The guy too short, and the other guy's not very good. So yeah, well, Rusev a 94 in a 3-minute match. Great. And Okada defeated Cheeseburger. Simple enough there. We start the show with Samoa Joe coming out explaining why he attacked CM Punk at the end of last week's Shockwave, and he explains that it's a simple reason. Punk got shot after shot at that title until he eventually won it. Why does he deserve so many shots? I'm taking him out of that picture so I can put my name into it. I've come to this brand and I want to be the impact player. I was close against Shinsuke Nakamura, but I know I can beat Punk and I can beat Rusev. And then AJ Styles comes out and says, yeah. Punk did get too many shots at my title before he stole it from me. And I still think I should have one more shot at it. I put John Cena out of that title picture for years to come now. Remember, John Cena cannot challenge for a world title until SummerSlam. And this game is 2018, as you can see up here. Thanks to AJ Styles beating him. And I know you, my old friend, we've never been given the fair opportunity until the last 6 months to make an impact in this business. And Punk comes out and sort of says, you didn't have to you didn't have to be given the chance. You just had to take it, like I did. I became the best in the world when I shut up. That John Cena, a bit like what you did, AJ. And Samoa, well, you're only on this brand because Triple H didn't want you on Raw. Don't come crying to me when you can't get into the main event matches. Which Adam Cole comes out and says, boys, I've had the same career as you. I worked my ass off to get to this place in my career. thing is, I can have a future in this business, and I'm going to prove it by shutting AJ Styles up and making a name for myself. So they all sort of have a good point against each other. I do think it's good that they're all what you would call really made a name for themselves on the indies, and they all got to WWE in different stages of their career. Punk arguably right on his peak. Styles and Joe, I hate to say it, but it's probably a couple of years too late to get the absolute most out of them. But Adam Cole's age, he's still going up the mountain. So this is a great couple of storylines going on here that will lead to matches at the next Shockwave pay-per-view rather than Money in the Bank. There's going to be a tag match I'm putting together. Adam Cole is in the Money in the Bank, but AJ will be teaming with Samoa Joe and someone else against Punk. It's going to be Cena and someone else, so 3-on-3, just to get them all on the card because I don't want to waste a singles match between them on that show, pretty much. We had a good start to the show and a great opening match. Sami Zayn and the Briscoes defeat Cesaro and the Club. Gallows and Anderson were the weak links. Sami Zayn shone, as always. Most of the tag teams improved. The negatives, I feel it's Gallo and Anderson. They've been doing really well recently. Just not sure here, but yeah, an 82. That's the sort of match you'd like to start the show with. Shane McMahon then calls in William Regal's younger talent, Jack Gallagher, Killian Dane, and Marty Scurll, and announces that next week they will all have their King of the Ring matches. As you can see here, it's going to be Jake Gallagher versus Noam Dar, Killian Dane versus Toza, and Scurll versus Alex Shelley. And they're all good matches, really. So I'm happy with that. And just gives them a little bit of TV time. I've neglected a bit. This is a King of the Ring match where Ricochet defeated Fenix. Yep, solid enough match. Ricochet is one of the more over cruiserweights. Kenny Omega then comes to the ring and says, well, good to see you get through, Ricochet. Maybe one day you can have a shot at my title. Which brings out Will Ospreay, and they have a bit of a back and forth. Will Ospreay won the Battle Royal to become the new #1 contender, and I have taken a big risk in tonight's show. When you get to the main event, you'll see why. We have Bad News Barrett and Oblivion Max defeat Rampage Brown and Tommy End. This was designed to give the challenging Brits a win over the faction. I didn't want to use Killian Dane or Mike Scurll's defeats. I don't mind letting these two lose at the moment. I feel I could go anyway with these. I'm kind of not wanting Tommy End or Michael Dante in there either. Tyler Breeze calls out Cody Rhodes once more and says, well, I beat you at, I want to say No Mercy, I've forgotten what it was. And I feel the only thing that you should do is you should join my fashion capital, Cody, and we can rise to the top of the Shockwave brand. And Cody Rhodes just sort of laughs and goes, you know what, Tyler? We're both in the Money in the Bank, and after I win that, I'm going to give you a chance at something. At the next pay-per-view, me and you are going to have a pole match. And on that match, it's going to be either a restraining order, that if I win, you are not allowed to bother me anymore. But if you win, I will join the fashion capital. How does that sound? And Tyler Breeze goes, you know what? You got a deal. But as long as you join my faction, you have to wear that mask to show your disfigurement after I'm finished with you. As I said before, my favourite Cody Rhodes gimmick was the one where he accidentally got the real life broken nose, I think. And he used to wear the see-through mask, and he was sort of meant to be like playing out that he had been disfigured It was a great gimmick, best music he had. It was great, and I'm trying to potentially look to bring that back. And to follow this up, Cody Rhodes had a great match with Zack Ryder. He beat Zack Ryder, seems the best thing to do. Part of Tyler Breeze's little faction, so I'm happy with this. We then follow Nakamura and Okada in the ring, talking about this US title and how that they're looking at Adam Cole and AJ Styles. They kind of look at them and think that those two remind us of us. Shinsuke is like the AJ, the experienced one, and Okada is the young lion, Adam Cole. So they're kind of reflecting that they feel that they are that lot back in the day. And 88 is a nice segment, even though it lost some heat for the respect storyline. Given Austin Aries another win, I'm trying to just boost him to at least 70 performance before the pay-per-view, because he is challenging Rusev with his Money in the Bank. And then Rusev comes out and he attacks him. Austin Aries didn't know what hit him when the accolade just will not be released by the Bulgarian brute. And Damien Sandow then enters the ring once more, and he shows a montage of everything John Cena did to him, about when he tried to cash in his Money in the Bank and how he should have been WWE champion, but John Cena wouldn't play by the rules. How Damien Sandow got fired. I had to sign him on this game, so the whole idea is Cena got him fired, and he has now earned his job back. He has had a little stint as the European champion, I think he was. May have been US. But he's never reached the heights he once had. And as he wants to rise back up, and Cena seems to be coming back down, thanks to the rivalry with AJ Styles has ruined him slightly. Sandow wants to meet Cena and get ahead of him in the pecking order, and put his career back on track and finish John Cena's career. And it's a nice 87 rating, so we're doing well with the promos now. In another King of the Ring match, Adam Cole defeated Mystico. They don't click. Awkward bout. Never mind, a 67 is still good for an awkward bout. And then AJ Styles comes out and he attacks Adam Cole. He hits him with the Styles Clash and then just walks off because he knows he's done all he needs to. I know we've kind of done this a couple of times, but it works for what we were trying to do. And my risky main event, I knew I had to take a little bit of a risk here. I had Cena and Punk and Will Ospreay defeat Samoa Joe, Sandow and Kenny Omega, when Punk defeated Kenny Omega. This was a risk, I felt, but it was worth taking. It boosts the cruiserweights right up. It boosts the Sandow Cena one up and keeps everything kind of hot. An 81 isn't the worst rating. It's technically the second best match of the night, which is surprising. But put Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega in the main event is worth it in the long run. And afterwards, the three celebrate in the ring, sort of pointing at the opponents trying to go back up the ramp, but they won the match. Not the best end segment, but I still think we're going to get the 80. So we got the 84. The promos are doing most of the work here, and everything else is going quite well, so I'm happy with that rating. We've got some work to do on the storylines because Joe and Sandow were not over enough really to potentially even win against Cena and Punk, but I need them to just get a bit more popular. But we'll head back to the main screen to see what that's done to Will Ospreay's popularity. And we are now back to the main screen, so let's check some news. Nice to start at the bottom, working our way up. More retirements. They have a pay-per-view called Rest in Peace. Interesting. And somebody died. Doesn't look that in like bigger story. Don't know who he is. Only 38. Employment history. Never even had a job. I'm not really sure why he's on the game. Yeah, Summer Rae is getting a new contract. Yeah, well no, we can have people moan. Sawyer Fulton is moaning. He is not going to make it to the main roster. We can see here, he doesn't really have, he has no popularity. He doesn't really have any skills. It's going to be good enough unless I can get lucky with the chemistry, because I don't want Trevor Murdoch on the main roster either. So that is not going to be a problem. With a week in wrestling done, let's see if the popularities have changed at all in just the US. It's always easier just to look at the US. Russo's back up to number 3. So we got our champ at number 5, number 1 contender at number 6. The Miz still right up there in 12. Big E's up right. Oscar is back ahead of Sasha Banks. I think Cena went back up a little bit at last. Finn Balor went right up. Any more surprises that we can see? I'm really hoping they would see Will Ospreay sooner or later, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. I don't think he's made the top 100 yet. It's good to see Billy Kay on there. Nia Jax is up there. Yes, we got some good names making their way up the list. If we just check the few storylines we have, a few too many storylines we have. The US title, great. Tag title, this wasn't used. Not the most important. Quality, really strong. Really strong. Really strong. They're all in the 80s at the moment. That's even gone right up. Beautiful Disaster, and that one. So I have some great heated storylines on Shockwave. Storyline wise, not storyline, popularity. Tyler Breeze, number 2. Okada's on there too, which is always good to see. Otherwise, that was that. I wanted to check Will Ospreay for that main event, didn't I? That looks like it looks terrible, doesn't it? 37. That has to have gone up, surely. Well, it's going up slowly. That has actually gone up a little bit. I thought he was more over than that, to be honest. Not gonna lie. As you can see by skills, there's a few quality ones in there. We're not going to spend too much time on that. But that is going to end the show, and we'll be back with Extreme Rules next. So thank you for watching.